So before we go ahead and show the users, we need to make sure that the user is an admin first. Now, there are multiple ways of doing this in Laravel, and I'm going to show you one way, and we're going to do that by achieving it with middleware. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new middleware and check whether the user is an admin and they can access this page. So let's create a new middleware, and we're going to do PHP artisan make middleware, and we're going to call this access admin. Now under our app folder, HTTP middleware, we now have our new middleware access admin. So let's just open this. So if you've never worked with middleware before, the handle method is run on this whenever this middleware is called. So inside of this handle method, we want to check whether the current logged in user has a certain role. So if we just bring in the auth class that's built into Laravel, this will give us access to the current logged in user. So we're going to use our has any role method that we built on the user model here. And we're going to check whether the current logged in user has a role of admin. So let's write that. So let's use the auth, and we want to get the current logged in user, and then we want to use our has any role method, and we want to see whether they have a role of admin. So let's check whether the current logged in user has the role of admin. So let's do an if statement, and we're going to use the Laravel auth class, and we're going to get the current logged in user, and then we're just going to call our has any role method that we created, and we're going to see whether this user has the admin role. And if they do, we want to return the next piece of middleware. Got that in there. And if they don't, let's just for now do a return and do a redirect, and we'll just redirect them back to the home page. So you could throw an error here if you wanted, so if they tried to access anything that they shouldn't be allowed to, but for this we're just going to redirect back to home. So as you can see, this is really simple, nice clean code to check whether the user is an admin, and you can create multiple middleware for each of the roles if you wish. So the next thing we need to do, we need to tell Laravel that this middleware exists. So under app HTTP, we have kernel.php. Let's open this up. And what we want to do, we want to come down to root middleware, and we need to register our class under here. So you can call this what you like, and what you name it here is what you need to reference that middleware with. So we've already got auth and auth basic. So what I'm going to do is call this one auth.admin. And we just need to tell Laravel what class to use. So it's under app, HTTP, middleware, access admin. So now Laravel knows about our middleware, and it's named as auth.admin. So we can now use that in our routes. So let's create a route to test this. So I'm just going to use root get, and we're going to go to /admin, and we're just going to do a closure for now, and then we'll create the controller later. So inside of this closure, we're just going to return the string you are admin. And now to protect this, so let me just show you without it first. We just head over to our browser and go to /admin, say you are admin. So we see that root's working, but now we need to protect it with some middleware. So at the moment, anyone can access that root, whether they're logged in or not, and it doesn't matter what kind of user they are. So let's put on the end of here, we want to do middleware, and we want two things. So we want the auth middleware that's built into the Laravel authentication package, so only logged in users can view this route, but also we want to tack on our admin middleware that we just created. It's auth admin. So this is saying check the auth middleware first. If that passes, then pass it on to the auth.admin middleware that we created, and then if that passes, you'll receive you are admin. So let's give this a try. So if we just refresh this route, we get sent back to the login page. So let's log in as our admin user we created in our database seed. and that was just admin@admin.com, and the password was admin. So if we just log in, we see /admin, we can actually see the text. Let's try it as one of our other users. So if we just log out, let's try our author user. So that was author@author.com, and the password is author. So let's log in, and we see that we're at our home page. Let's try and access the admin route. And when I hit the admin route, it loops us back to the home page because we're not allowed to access it. We're not an admin. So let's just change our middleware slightly so we can actually see this working. So in our access admin middleware, if we change this from has any role to has any roles, which was the other method we created on the user model, and that takes an array of roles. So if we're saying if the user is an admin or if the user is an author, let's just save that and do a refresh. Now if we go to /admin this time, it lets us in because this user is an author, or they could have been an admin, but it'll let us in. So as you can see, that's a nice easy way to protect your routes. So all you need to do is tack on auth.admin in the middleware, and that'll ensure that the user is an admin before it goes any further into the application. So in the next video, we can now display our users out to anyone who is an admin.